That's an interesting matchup. So Yoshi versus... which is interesting because a lot of Sonic stuff could be messed up by the double jump armor. The double jump armor is going to be a significant piece of this matchup. Yeah, so he has a lot of multi-hit moves that if you can probably jump out of as Yoshi. Yeah, you know, I remember this was a year ago around now when Ryan told me that Yoshi was the stupidest, lamest character in the entire game. And then I returned last time. And then the last time I returned, before this time, he was labbing Yoshi, and now he's just playing Yoshi. So, what I take from that is that Ryan wants to be the lamest, which is respectable. The question is like, can he execute them? Like, does he have his bread and butter down enough that those special executions are better? Yeah, which is good, you know, like, that can change how it goes. Because he's not overdoing it on himself, and he's not, like, setting expectations, which, if you set expectations, it's an easy way to undershoot them. Oh, yeah. Has he been back recently before this? Yeah, he's back. He's channeling the spirit of Jordan Sperlin with the poker strats. I don't know if that's probably a really old meme now, actually. Wow, God. Beyond being a poker god, being an old meme hurts a little bit because it's been too long. Ooh, catching him with the down smash. Yeah, definitely. And N810 has a good sense of when Ryan is going to do specific options because, like, it makes sense to tech in away from the ledge there because you don't want to be that close to the ledge against Sonic as a character like Yoshi who can get his jump stolen, things like that. But, you know, like, then you get punished because it's predictable. Very possible. Ooh! See, that's what I'm talking about. Unexpected options, like, having a huge effect on the game.
The conversion of the egg.
Egg conversions.
That's so good. So where do you think Sonic would want to go?
Honestly, probably here. That makes sense. Just, like, having those platforms is going to make it a lot easier. One of N810's favorite options is that up B ledge guard, which doesn't really work on Yoshi at pretty much any percent, except for maybe very, very high percents. I don't know when it starts breaking the armor, but... Right, that makes sense. Back air is a pretty strong hit, all in all. It has pretty good scaling, too. Like, that is a strong move that I expect to break it. I'm surprised he didn't grab the ledge there, actually. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, that's. See, this is so rough for Yoshi. Is that those like down throw chain grabs? It's so hard to deal with. Right, and he can't sort of, like, on the previous stage, he was able to throw an egg looking for a setup that would come down long in advance, just create more pressure. Now he can't cook up those options as easily. They're sort of soft-boiled when they come through. What are you laughing at? But when he does get him off stage, he is throwing out those eggs, and they're doing work because it's hard to recover underneath them, sort of incubating different options. This is really a ledge battle, very much more so than a lot of other matchups. Is like whoever can control that ledge better is gonna win it. It's less and less about stage control, mostly because Ryan doesn't even necessarily want to be on center stage because a lot of his options are messed up by those platforms. It's harder to combo Sonic with platforms because he can tech away and run really fast. It's kind of his thing. I don't know if you know. Just putting that pressure on, it makes a huge difference. Like having those options and making it harder to be comboed by Yoshi, turn that match around.
And Ryan just gave up that last time. He knew that when he's at that high percentage. 3, 2, 1.
So, like what we were talking about before, he goes to Final Destination, and now Ryan has all of those egg setups in the world. The other part of it, though, is that he can't really escape the down throw at all. So it actually increases the pressure in both directions. So if Ryan can get those eggs off more effectively, then N810 can get underneath them, then he'll win. But if he doesn't, this is a really bad situation because there's almost no option as soon as Sonic gets pressure on at that point. FD is the ultimate stage for are you good at this aspect of your character? If you're good at this aspect of your character, you win. If not, you lose. And it's like the most raw like pieces of character tech and things like that come into play on this stage. By the way, Ryan, if you rewatch this, not that you necessarily would, feel free to correct me at any time you want, because I'm sure you will. Yeah, he is, which is fine. Like, that's why he can correct commentators and things like that. Like, sometimes it's hard to get into the brain of what someone is trying to do, because it's hard to tell, because there's so many different choices in the game. Big combo by N810. He's been generating a lot of damage very, very early, and then not actually being able to get a lot going beyond that. He's struggling to close out the stocks, which makes sense because a lot of Sonic's killing is like these really awkward gimp game play, which is hard to do against Yoshi. Yeah, which appears to be his game plan. He's going to get those like big combos just so he can get Ryan off stage as many times as he can to break that armor. There's the down throw. It's coming out so oppressive in this matchup. And Yoshi's grab is so bad on its own that like it's hard to deal with it in that situation. If he had jumped a little earlier, maybe. I don't know if he was still in hit stun. That meteor is pretty significant. But it looked to me like a late cancel. He's using that down smash to cover that option because N810 rolls back almost every time, but it's not going to be enough. That option coverage doesn't work out. Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you.